Welcome back to Exceptional Talk with Dr. Clark. You are not going to believe it. Today, I have Queen Goddess. She's a king advocate, y'all. Not only is she known as Queen Goddess, the king advocate, Kimberly McCants has made a profound impact through her podcast. What's this? Melanated Monday?
Melanated Monday.
Okay, Melanated Monday, which ran from 2016 to 2023. Her podcast became a vital platform for discussing controversial and pressing issues faced by Black men, alongside sensitive relationship topics, fostering a community of understanding and support. As a relationship counselor and a neuromuscular therapist, oh, I need that part.
Okay.
Kimberly's expertise extends beyond her podcast. Her dedication to healing and counseling, she is dedicated to emotional well-being, is evident in her holistic approach to healing and counseling. She is also an accomplished author, sharing her insights and wisdom through her writing, and a product developer and brand owner, creating solutions to cater to the needs of her community. Kimberly's advocacy for Black is a cornerstone of her work, reflecting her commitment to the addressing and lessening the unique challenges that they face. Her diverse interests, including roller skating, riverside meditation. Yeah, I'm going to slow it down and read a little fast, try to get a lot of it in here. A love of jazz music illustrate her dynamic and multifaceted nature with a blend of professional acumen and personal passion. Kimberly McCants continues to inspire, uplift those around her by unwavering commitment to her cause and embodying the true essence of a woman of many dimensions. All right. Welcome, Miss Queen Goddess.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh. When I tell you, you have so many accolades. You see how I was trying to get all of it out? And I hope I didn't mess up too much of it, but I believe in being real. We have those moments, but I'm going to keep on going.
Absolutely.
All right. So I actually contacted you on Facebook because I had seen some things you were doing, and I felt it necessary in my spirit to speak to you. And I want to say thank you for welcoming me to the phone call and accepting this invitation. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to stop talking, and I want you to tell my audience a little bit about Queen Goddess.
Okay, well, as
other than what I've said already.
Right.
Queen
Goddess came to life in 2016, and what brought that about was really paying attention to relationships that I had been in, one that I was particularly in, and noticing some of the things that Black men, melanated men, have to deal with, what they suffer from, and what has been overlooked and disregarded. From that point, it became a purpose and a passion for me to address those things that cause him to be silent, that cause him to go into a mode of destruction and depression, and even leaving the home, going off to different cultures, whatever the case is. There are a lot of things that we don't discuss with men and men don't discuss with us, and we don't know why, because we're not having proper communication. One of the things that I have noticed is that men are not given the proper safe space to feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable with their women. And because of that, they don't talk. The women, on the other hand, we talk. And we want to know what's on your mind. We want to know why you're not talking. But the way we address them already puts them in a defensive mode. Mm-hmm. I need to talk to you. Why are you not talking to me? Okay, well, here's the thing. The phrase, I need to talk to you, is already one-sided.
Right.
I'm going to
talk
to you.
Yes.
That doesn't give him room or space or safety to feel it's okay for him to add his input or to share his thoughts, to share what he's going through. So he won't. And he's only going to listen to you for 15 seconds. Yes. The first few things.
So he checks out.
You know what I'm saying? He's very limited on what he's going to receive and what he's able to receive because he's in a protective mode. So we have to learn how to communicate with him. Like I said, provide that safe space so he's willing to communicate. He's willing to share what he's feeling. He's willing to share his experiences, his ideas. He's willing and able to discuss even some of the conflicts that might be going on between you and he, but present it in a way that you can both come up with a solution to the conflict without causing another conflict.
Absolutely.
So we have to pay attention to that, and we don't. I just did a brief show on Friday discussing the same type of thing. Mm. You know, there are ways to get your man to do what you would like for him to do in a reciprocal manner. You know, we have a way of demanding and expecting what men are supposed to do for us, for women, for the community, for the world, whatever. You are a man, you're supposed to do this, that, and the other. I mentioned as far as protecting women, you're supposed to protect your woman. Okay, so when you put him on the front line or when he volunteers to go on the front line, he's exposed because he's on the front line to protect you. But while he's in front, his back is wide open.
Right.
His peripheral vision is limited. He can only see so much. So if he is being forced or if he's supposed to protect us, he also needs to be protected. If he's secure that he is also protected, then he's able to properly and efficiently protect his protecting skills enhance. And then he'll want to do it because he knows somebody also has his back. It's not a one-sided thing.
Absolutely.
So we have to, you know, like I said, take into consideration that the things that we want and or say we need from men, they need it too. But because society doesn't give them the okay to speak on it, they don't. Society doesn't give them the okay to even have an emotional issue, let alone speak on it.
Yeah.
So what does he do? He has emotional issues. He's recalling things from childhood that have always been said to him. Tough it up. Boys don't cry. You're a man. You're supposed to do this. You know, all those expectations, all these things are running around in his mind. If you speak your mind, you're going to be perceived as weak. If you cry, you're going to be perceived as weak. You know, all these things are going on in his mind. So he's constantly in a battle in his own mind.
Right.
With no one to come rescue him, because if he looks for rescuing, he's perceived as weak.
Absolutely. And it's really a shame because society has put men in a position where they cannot be the man that they need to be.
Absolutely.
You know, they have gone and experienced trauma as well. We're not the only one that have been subjected to certain things in our childhood or even as an adult, you know, so they still experiences those things as well. And it is important to know that women have their men backs as well. I love that. So tell me a little bit about your book.
So I have one here and I'm working on another one. This one is dealing with marriage.
Okay.
So this is of marriage.
This is a marriage. All right.
Your feelings, the truth about about every relationship. So this one deals with relationships in regards to business structures. And when you talk about anything that's business or anything that's contract, you're talking about facts, straight information, and that's it. When you're talking about structures of businesses, there are different, different forms. So you can have a sole proprietorship or a partnership, a corporation, a not-for-profit, those types of things.
Mm-hmm.
Comes down to a relationship, for instance, a person who is by themselves, are used to doing everything by themselves, for themselves, they are responsible for everything, a single person.
Mm-hmm. Totally independent.
Right. That person would be considered under a business structure a sole proprietor because it's all about them. They are solely by themselves responsible for everything. So whatever they put out, they get back, and it's just for them. There's no sharing.
Right.
However, if that person wants to be involved with someone, they are now looking to become a partner. They are one of the partners in the partnership, which means you can no longer function as a sole proprietor.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be on the same page, the same book, the same line at the same time with your partner to be able to achieve the same goal. But unfortunately, a lot of people get into these relationships, get into these partnerships as individuals, as sole proprietors, and wonder why the partnership's not working. Well, because you forgot you had a partner. It has to be 100-100. We're taught that relationships are 50-50, and that's incorrect. 50 and 50 makes one 100. Mm-hmm. What happened to the other?
Right. And it's ironic that you said that, because I was listening to a video, and the guy was talking about, the kind of man that a woman should have. And if a man tells you that he wants 50-50, run.
Okay.
Because even the word says that once you become, a couple or married, you become one. And in order to function, you must be one, because you cannot be divided. You can't be 50-50, because now you're going one way and I'm going the other. Where is your other 50 going to go? To somebody else?
Exactly. But also with that, if I'm a 100% being, we're complete.
Mm-hmm.
If I only give you 50%.
Oh, right. So where's your other 50?
Right. I'm cheating you. I'm cheating us, because I'm not giving you everything.
I'm not giving you my all.
Right. I'm only giving you a portion. So that's an automatic cheat right out the gate.
Yes.
We also got to watch how we, the words that we say in relationships, or when we're wanting relationships, because we can cast these spells on ourselves.
Right.
Not overstanding what we're actually saying, and we cause these things to happen, to us and against us, opposed to for us and with us. So we have to be careful.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so you were a podcaster for several years.
Yeah.
And the most phenomenal thing about it, that you addressed the male issue, and we just talked about that a little earlier on. And the reason why I'm revisiting this is because most often you hear more people in the arena of podcasts, women empowerment.
Correct.
And to hear men empowerment, which you mostly hear it from a male's perspective.
Right.
To be able to hear it from a female perspective is awesome, because you're not doing it in a derogatory, negative way.
Right.
You are empowering women about men.
Correct.
And that is so awesome, because that is not done often.
Right. And it needs to be, it needs to become the new normal. I tell men in particular all the time, when it comes to power, I said, I cannot give you something that you already have.
Absolutely.
All I can do is give you the tools and remind you that you have them, so you'll know how to use it. They already are powered, but society, trauma, bad relationships will cause them to believe that they no longer have the power, or that they never had it, or that they have to go outside of themselves to get it, to retrieve it, or they've allowed, like a bad relationship to take it from them. And that's not the case. It's like, you just need to be reminded that you are the power. You are the power source. You're it. Recharge. And if that means you have to walk away from things and people who are draining that, then that's what you do.
That's it. Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Women we have many outlets. We can go talk to each other. We'll go to counseling. We'll go to therapy. We'll read the books and listen to the audio books or whatnot, the podcast. Men don't do that. They're not going to talk to each other really about what's going on with themselves. They're not going to go to counseling because that says something's wrong with me. They're not going to do therapy because that says I have a problem. And society doesn't accept it. Society does not accept, particularly melanated men seeking therapy. They're immediately frowned upon for going to therapy. If a melanated man says, I'm getting help, well, what's wrong with you? Why is that the response?
Right. Awesome for you to be able to determine that, because our society has put the male in a box.
Absolutely.
Because of the fact that women have had to have stepped up, because they're in that box, which makes us having as women to become more independent opposed to used to being interdependent. Correct. So now we're having to step up, get the job, take care of the children, do all the things that the male, as the man of the house, supposed to do, and we supposed to stay in our feminine role. We have had to have come out of our feminine role and become masculine.
Yes, ma'am.
Be the man. And it's ironic you said that, because I was told that, so you the man.
Right.
Because I have to get up every morning, go to work and do what I need to do to help the family. But I can always sit down and let you be the man.
Right.
But society, again, are not going to allow us to do that, because one income just not going to cut it.
Right. And when we say to another woman, "Oh, you're the man," you're not.
You're not.
You're
Absolutely.
not. You're not.
You will never be.
You will never be. Exactly. Never be the woman. You know what I'm saying?
That's
yes,
it.
There are masculine and feminine energies, and you may be more in your masculine energy, maybe more so than you want to be, the imbalance that happens. But that's because he is not balanced in his masculine
because there is a lack there. And when there's a lack there, somebody has to step up.
Correct. If a woman is in a relationship with a man and she is more of the masculine energy, it's because he is more in the feminine.
Yeah.
And that balance must occur. And sometimes women, a lot of times, let me take that back. A lot of times women own that masculine energy. They want that. They want to be able to be in control. They want to be that dictator. They want to be able to, move how they want to move and tell him what to do and hold power and authority over him and tell him when to get out of her house because she's making the money, she's the boss, that type of thing. And then wonder why there are, quote unquote, no good men. Well, the ones that were working on becoming good men, the ones who just had to go through some things to heal from some trauma, you stepped on them immediately, not allowing them an opportunity to become what they were supposed to be in the first place, or what they were working toward. You cannot take away a man's manhood and then complain that he's not a man. Give him back what belongs to him.
His dignity.
Step back. Exactly.
Yeah,
Step
give him back his dignity. Because once you take that, he is going to salt out somewhere else.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, now we're dealing with a cheater. So you've gone from, now you're wondering why your man doing what he doing. So now he's cheating. And it's really like a double-edged sword, because there are women that have been in their place. And those are your alpha males that feel that now they are the controller of the family. But I, as a woman, believe that a man should have his place, but he should also know how to own his place.
Indeed. Indeed. I want to
he has to be healthy enough to know what his role is, how to proceed in that role, how to not only protect his family, but take care of his family.
Right. Which also takes him back to, like I was saying, as far as that safe space.
Mm-hmm.
In order for him to do those things, he has to be in a safe space that will allow him to be vulnerable enough to have conversations about what's going on in his head.
Yeah.
What he has experienced. If he doesn't have that with that woman, he's going to find it. So when you talked about he's going to start cheating, well, where did the cheat actually begin? We look at it, well, he stepped out, he had an affair, he started talking to other people, he's spending time with another woman. We look at that as the cheat. Mm-hmm. That's not the cheat.
Mm-hmm.
That's the result
of it. Yeah.
That's the result of
the right.
Because the actual cheat began when the part of the contract that you both entered into was not fulfilled. If she agrees to do certain things within that contract, that agreement, and she doesn't do that, he's left with a void. Well, you said you were going to do this. Mm-hmm. I based my movement upon your word, and you didn't do that. Mm-hmm. And I need that because you said it.
Right.
So if she
they both only brought 50-50 to the relationship.
100. That 100.
Nobody presented with 100.
Exactly. If you don't fulfill your part of the agreement, the other person is going to, and I will say, has every right even to seek fulfillment of that contract. Mm-hmm. Because their movement or involvement with you is based on your word. Mm-hmm. It's based on your agreement. So the cheat happened when he stepped out. Right. The cheat happened and caused.
Before then. Long before then.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
Awesome, guys. If you all need any type of relationship help, Queen Goddess, y'all already can see she is the bomb.com. She's fair. She's not taking one side to the other. As you can see, she's addressing both. And that's important. So, Queen, what you got coming up? I know you just got through doing a awesome interview. I heard it. I'm like, oh my gosh, girl. Now what you got going on? Because I know you stay busy, you stay traveling, you're here, you're there, you're everywhere. What's next?
Yeah. I'm actually in process now of writing another book.
Okay.
This one is specifically for melanated men. It has affirmations on different levels, things that are very relevant to him. But then it has some other information. You know, I won't say it's a regular book because it's not. Right, I don't do regular stuff.
Right.
But it's basically to help rebuild him, allow him to see himself as he is and as he can be. It's important that we help our men see themselves differently, because however they perceive themselves is how the world is going to perceive them as well and judge them, because they're going to carry themselves based on how they see themselves. Absolutely. So which is why I refer to men as kings, whether they are or not. If you think you are, you'll conduct yourself accordingly.
I do the same thing. As an educator, I start out with my students.
Mm.
In my class, I had queens and kings.
Right.
And some people didn't understand that. They're like, no, they're scholars. I said, no,
Okay.
they're kings and queens.
Right.
I said, because these kings and queens are going to become great scholars.
Right.
If
Absolutely.
we pour into them, not just education,
Right.
morality, ethics, citizenship,
Absolutely.
good characterization. It just goes on. And I was the one that taught the child as a whole, not just ELA. I was an English language art teacher.
Okay.
So that's what I did.
Okay.
And that's how we have to start. We have to start from the womb to make our people great.
Absolutely.
And it starts with education, because a lot of us don't even know, because none of our children comes with a manual. So it's all about learning. It's all about becoming educated as to who we are and what we want to produce. What type of child do you want to put out into society?
That
I talked about the Eve. I did a women's empowerment, or I was the keynote speaker, and I talked about, are you a Eve?
Okay.
And I talked about us determining what seed we're going to carry.
Mm.
Not just because he's fine and he's cute and he can lay it down.
Right.
But what does he bring to you as a
Right.
whole that's going to allow you to have a healthy child?
Absolutely.
Not just physically,
Right.
but mentally.
Absolutely.
So it goes way, way beyond all of that. I am so proud that I met you, and I know we're going to be doing a lot of more collaborating. I cannot wait. I got some things I got to talk to you about that I want you to be a part of. So I'm about to put you to work. But anyway.
Very good. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it.
I do need to ask one more question, though. With your new book, are you planning to have any collaboration with any males, or are you just going to do it on your own?
I kind of had a little collaboration only because I listened to them. I counsel.
Great.
As far as them actually like writing it, it won't be that.
Yeah.
I'm taking it more so from, I hear what you're saying. I'm listening. Now let me show it to you by presenting it.
Yes.
This is for you. It's about you, and it's for us.
Yes, absolutely. And it's from our perspective, because a lot of times we do miss the mark. Like they miss the mark with us, we miss it with them. We say we want this type of man, but we don't appreciate that man.
Correct.
I am excited. I can't wait for the next book. I'm excited.
I'm looking for the goal is August 8th for it to be.
Okay. Awesome. Look forward to August 8th. So if there are some things that would you like to I'm going to ask, what is your takeaway for the audience before you leave?
Be the solution. Be the solution and be it on purpose, with purpose. That's my logo. The solution. SOUL.
I love it.
On
Be
purpose.
the solution. Be the solution.
Because that's in every aspect. That's in everything. We're very quick to find problems, to point out the issues, to point out what other people have done to us or what we expect other people to do for us.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not real quick about accountability.
Yes.
So when you hold yourself accountable, you also are holding the power to change. You're holding the power to create. You're holding
self-reflection is important.
Absolutely, it's mandatory.
Yes.
It's mandatory. That is what causes us to be in alignment, to be balanced.
Girl, don't say the word alignment now. No. I did a podcast on alignment, and I had people calling me telling me I did not know anything about that. Alignment, they do not know the power of being in alignment. Not just, in everything we do, from our government down, but that's another talk.
Right.
All right, guys, you all have heard Queen Goddess. Please reach out, get her book. Where can they get your book?
I'm probably going to do it as an ebook, but it will definitely be available on my website, which is that'smycounselor.com.
That'smycounselor.com, guys. And the business management, they can get that one too.
Yeah, I will make that available also. I have only a few copies here, and I got some that are available in Ohio. That's like the old book, so I'm redoing that one too. So
okay,
whatever's left, that's it.
All right. Okay. Well, guys, you all heard it here at Exceptional Talk with Dr. Clark. Until next time, bye.